the plastic water bottle. Recyclable, except often it's not. In the places where it's not recycled, there tends to be a lack of electricity, lack of sanitation, and an abundance of cane knives. So is it possible to take these water bottles and make them into something that will treat wastewater? Well, my client thinks so. And if we can chop the bottle up using a pedal-powered device into these chunks, it's a replacement for drain rock that they call Plavel. Today, on 3 Feet of Air, let's investigate how to make Plavel. So, we've got a paper cutter and a bottle of water. We better finish that. Stay hydrated. Ooh, boy. Okay, first step is you have to twist the bottle up into shape. By compressing it, we make it able to withstand the forces of being buried, and also we give it some three-dimensional structure. Then the main trick is we want to cut them up into, equivalent parts. And the people who've hired us to do this like the guillotine action. The trouble is, every time you lift this, you're losing energy, because that's not doing any work that you can use. You're just resetting the machine. So our task is going to be figuring out how to make that cut without wasting any energy. So the first thing I notice, of course, is the amount of energy it takes to lift the blade up. And that's a loss, like I mentioned. The next thing I notice is if you don't hold on to the bottle, you don't get a good cut. So whatever kind of machine this is going to be needs to secure the bottle so the bottle doesn't move. So there's a mechanical step there that I don't think anybody is really thinking about yet. If you gotta hold the bottle in place. So I have this rotten bit of leftover bicycle tube and use that to hold the bottle. This would be a piece of the system where the bottles are being fed through. And boy, it doesn't really want to move. Need a bigger tube or something. Or maybe the tube changes shape and holds the bottle. I don't know. Anyway, now I'm not holding onto the bottle, and I could secure this to the machine. And all right, I'm getting a cut. So here's something a little bit larger diameter, and it's smooth plastic. It's a piece of pipe that I've got left over from something else. And what I need is for the bottle to be able to literally fall through the pipe. So can that happen? Ooh, look at that. Nice. Out of an angle. Oh, angled is good. Yeah, that's pretty good. All right, is this tight enough? Yay. So now I need a stop of some sort, but that's good. That's good. So I think the next thing I need to make is put this up so that it drops down that far on the table and mount my guillotine so that I can slice that. That sounds like a build project, or at least the use of a whole lot of clamps. Alright, but before I do that, let's just make sure that there's enough, that this secures the bottle well enough. Yep. Alright, so here's this ugly, horrible thing, ratchet straps. There's my pipe, and I'm just clamping the cutting board. So Bottle goes in the tube. Lid comes down. Oh, I can't finish the cut because I didn't put it far enough away from here. Alright, come on, baby. Let's just move forward just a little bit. There we go. Alright. Spacer. Bottle's still in place. Yeah. Oh, boy. Where'd it go? There it is. Check that out. Woohoo! That's fun. Wow. Oh, okay. So, we need to be able to clear it. Oh, check that out. So every time you draw the blade back, it drags the cut part with it. So you really can't even use a guillotine action, because you're just going to drag this way. But if this is allowed to fall down and hit the stop, see, right now it is falling down, it's hit the stop. The blade needs to come all the way around again and cut the next one. Watch out for fingers. That's awesome. So, with a ratchet strap and a leftover piece of pipe and a couple of clamps and the guillotine cutter, I've proven to myself that it's possible to cut a plastic bottle into chunks that have, you know, some resistance to crushing. And pretty soon, instead of shipping all of our water bottles to China, we'll be burying them in the ground, making French drains. That's pretty sweet. Alright, thanks for watching. This was 3 Feet of Air.